I never could have imagined that the USA, particularly its men, could have been such a group of unmitigated, panty-waist, beta male cowards. Not in a million years. Okay? We're supposed to be the nation of freedom and defending justice, defending the innocent, standing up for women and children and the broken and the abused. Well, it turns out we're not. Hey, everybody, shout out to our auditors in there. Shout out to Josh Martinez, who actually got arrested for auditing. Still waiting for some details on that, but guys, check into that. Check out his channel. And I believe Jason Patrick also got arrested today. They're coming after hard those that stand up. And what are the pretend patriots doing? They're out hoping that trying to ruin the lives of girls. In fact, let me show you this. There's this story, and so I saw this story today, and it's of this Brazilian girl, right? It's of this Brazilian girl, and apparently she was arrested, okay? Apparently she was arrested and is now facing, hang on, I'm gonna go to my page here so I can just show you guys how absolutely unbelievable this is. Apparently this girl was arrested because she touched, and I saw this article, arrested for assaulting man in MAGA hat, now facing deportation. So the first thing I'm like is like, well, that sounds like BS. What kind of a guy would have a girl deported because she assaulted him? What did she do to him? So then I go and I read this article and I watch this video and I realized that no assault even occurred. Now, I've been assaulted. I've been assaulted by women in courthouses and by police officers, and I always matched. While I would call them out if they actually assaulted me, tried to knock a camera out of my hand, arrested me, I would call them out for it. I never wished to ruin somebody's life when they harmed me in a mild way. I just wanted to expose corruption. Well, what we have here, and I'm just going to show you a little bit of this right here. I'm not going to show you the whole video. You can go watch it, but you'll see this girl here, and this guy's in a bar or a restaurant. This little beta male is in there. It looks like maybe he had been having an argument or discussion or maybe taunting this girl or she taunting him. Who knows? It looks like she maybe had a few too many drinks. And as she walked by, she takes his hat off. And then she comes back.
People like this. I'm just trying to sit here, eat a nice meal. Okay, yeah, you see this? You see this?
Okay, I want to stop. I want to stop here. Did you see the Brazilian girl kind of annoyed and going at it with this guy and at the same time kind of flirting with him because he probably had too many to drink? Now, in a normal society, I'm going to flip this camera, okay? In a normal society that possesses men that aren't like panty-waist beta males that actually think they're macho because they worship a politician. In a normal society, a guy in a bar would either just tell the girl, hey, leave me alone. Leave my hat alone, right? He has a right to be left alone. Don't get me wrong. But in a normal society, that guy would probably actually take the fact that she was kind of flirting with him a little bit and be like, hey, let's talk it out. You know, I'll buy you a drink. That's what a normal guy would do. That's what John Wayne would do. That's what a Mexican, caballero would do. But what does this guy do? This guy calls the cops. Now, this Brazilian girl is in the country, quote, illegally. Well, there's not really any such thing. The only people illegal are the ones making up laws that restrict immigration because the Constitution forbids all immigration restriction. So the first point, and we won't go deep into that tonight, but anyone supporting people being deported or immigration restrictions hates the Constitution and they hate freedom. They're not a patriot. They are a red coat loyalist. We've discussed that a lot before. There's really no legal debate. There's zero room in the Constitution or in the Founding Fathers' documents even for this idea that you can deport people. But let's come back to this, right? Let's stay on topic. I posted this article. Let me see if I can switch this camera again. I shared this article. I'm like, I can't believe how pathetic this is. This guy right here, he's trying to ruin this girl's life because she touched his hat. Now, I've actually been assaulted, had people try to rob me of my property because they didn't like the way I was using it or holding it or displaying it. I've been arrested. I've known people that were shot and murdered by police. We're talking about the police that hospitalize hundreds of people a day with zero consequences. And this little punk wearing his MAGA hat, which he has every right to do. He has every right to support a Constitution gun-grabbing fascist if he wants to. The idea, and this goes back to this idea, people say, well, you have a right to your property. Sure you do. But the punishment has to fit the crime. There was no harm done here. If anything, the girl was flirting with the guy, hoping to get him to buy her a drink. Okay, so look, I share this on my page, okay, and I'm blown away by the ignorance. They are unfreaking loading. These people, so it's not just this guy that's a beta male. I've lost my mind. She's here illegally. Deportation is fair. Sorry, no such thing as being here illegally. She's accountable for her actions. Oh no, her actions of touching his hat, right? It's called assault. If you're a male, if you're a member of the male gender particularly, if the roles were reversed and a guy did this to a girl, you know, she could tell him to knock it off and that's fine. It still would be no big deal. He shouldn't be arrested. It's absolutely pathetic, okay? I'm going downhill fast. This is the level. These are people who used to call themselves patriots but decided worshiping Trump was more important. You just earned an unfollow. Look at this. Look at this. It's one after there's hundreds of comments. I've lost my mind. Examine what assault in the fourth degree is. Assault in the fourth degree must be like, oh, she touched my hat, man. She touched my hat, and mama called the police. She touched my hat. Assault. Deport that girl, ruin her life, because I'm a big tough man who loves freedom. You disgust me. These patriots are absolutely disgusting. It's called karma. Good news, let's have a roundup. Put the Kool-Aid down. I've lost it. I could go on and on. There's literally, if you go to my Facebook page, there are hundreds of people. Now, at first, when I first saw the article, I thought, well, maybe she actually assaulted him, right? Maybe she punched him. Even that wouldn't be that big of a deal, right? I mean, you know, have her make restitution or pay his bloody nose, Band-Aids if she actually hurt him, and move on with life. This is the level. And so people are saying, I'm just insulting people. No. The level of panty-waist, cowardly beta males that I see in my country, I am absolutely astounded. If you support a woman being arrested, deported for that, I'm seeing people that used to make videos, people like Brett Sanders, who actually made videos and used to speak out standing up against the government, and now he sees things like this and he's saying sweet justice. These are fellow YouTubers who actually did activism, and they're calling a crybaby little boy who's got his hat touched by a Brazilian girl who'd had a couple too many drinks. She touched his hat and flirted with him a little. That's assault. The police come. Do you know, I don't care who called the police. If the police came to arrest this girl for touching my hat, I would be over there and I would tell the police to get the heck out and leave the girl alone. I'm not that offended that she touched my hat or insulted me. Unbelievable. It's like we're dealing with a nation of children. We have a president who commits treason on a daily basis, who violates the gun rights and takes the guns without due process, who violates the immigrant, who fills the prisons with innocent people. We have a president of treason, like the former president, don't get me wrong. We have a bunch of pretend patriots wearing this hat, pretending they're making America great because they voted for another tyrant and offended that people call them out. See, none of those same people were offended when you made fun of those who had voted for Obama. None of these snowflake panty-waist patriots that are running around with MAGA hats saying that a girl should go to jail and be deported because she touched their hat. None of those people minded when their friends went up and ripped an Obama sticker off. None of them minded when they insulted Hillary supporters. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand all these politicians are tyrants. The point is, what all of these patriots, these people that I tried to stand up for and stand beside, what I've realized with most of them, they never loved freedom. They hate the Constitution with a passion. They hate the idea that Jesus taught us of loving your neighbor as yourself with a passion. They hate their neighbor. What they want is for their friends to be the fascists in power. not to have freedom, but to have the autonomy to be able to abuse others and have them be the ones wielding the club. That's what that whiny little beta male really wants. If he wanted freedom, he would have defended the girl, like a man should do. Or if the roles were reversed, she should have defended him. But instead, he made a video, and if you go watch this video to the end, he's actually mocking her as she gets arrested, as she gets taken to a concentration camp because why? Because she touched. That's right. She touched his hat because he couldn't handle that. He couldn't handle a girl playing with his hat, maybe taking it off his head and telling him he was a bozo because he supported Trump. Maybe she slung a few insults. I just had to talk about this because I'm so ashamed for my country. And I just, what is this lady's name? I hope she leaves before she gets deported. Come down here to Mexico, right? Rosanne Santos. I apologize for America. I apologize for all the beta male panty waist patriots who think it's okay that you're arrested because you touched someone's hat. I apologize for a fascist nation with people calling themselves patriots that are too cowardly to stand up to blue ISIS terrorists, the number one terrorist organization. I apologize for all my countrymen, too pathetic and cowardly and ignorant and arrogant to apologize for the USA, the number one terrorist nation on the face of the earth, and all its terrorist police, and all its blue ISIS backing red coat loyalists. I apologize for that. I hope you don't get deported if you want to be there. I hope you get out of there because the USA is going down. But more importantly, I hope you guys, not the trolls that are in here, but those of you who are smart enough to understand that being macho is not having 4 cops come and arrest a little girl because she touched your hat and hurt your feels. That's not being a man. In fact, I don't know, maybe you just need to put on your high heels and stop pretending. I don't know. I'm not into this whole transgender thing. I think we're born with a gender. But if you're gonna act like a girl, at least stop pretending you're macho and that you're manly and that you're a patriot and that you care about people and that you defend people and that you have any concept of law. You're the problem with the USA. So yeah, you know what? It's okay. Have your little fascist hat. The people over there, they can have their rainbow hats. Wear whatever hat you want. I don't care. But what I won't stand by and let you do is abuse someone because they touched your hat. They took it off your head because they insulted you. I won't sit by. I won't sit by and let you get away with that uncalled because it's pathetic. And it's cowardly, it's ungodly, it's unchristian, it's unpatriotic. Real men and real patriots and real people of honor defend others, even if it costs them something. And they have compassion on others, even if those others did something that they didn't like. There's no such thing as an illegal alien. And if you believe that, you're either a tyrant or you're a sheep, because the Constitution forbids the very idea of it. And that's the highest law of the land, and it supersedes all your fake laws. So there are no illegals. She didn't assault him. And here we have hundreds of thousands of people around the country cheering that they're abusing, that they kidnapped this woman and are trying to turn her life upside down. For why? A hat. Let that sink in. And if you're one of those that thinks it's okay, I just want you to go to bed tonight. Stay safe. Lock the doors tight. Put on your bonnet, and I just want you to consider if you think that what happened there was okay to that woman. I want you to look in the mirror and realize this is what a non-man looks like. This is what a beta male is. This is what a coward looks like. This is what a patriot looks like. Because if you're that person, that's you. And I'm going to call you out on it because I love you enough to tell you the truth. All right, guys, just thought we'd talk about this. And I'll block the trolls. Anyone who supports this kind of abuse of the fellow man, you don't belong on this channel. So it's okay if you leave. It's all right. It's all right. I'm here to tell you the truth. I always have been. The message hasn't changed in years and years. It's improved, but it's always been the same message. Stand up for freedom. You don't have a right to ruin someone's life or imprison them because they insulted you, okay? You have a right to tell someone to leave you alone, get out of your space, and if they really start hurting you, you have a right to defend yourself. But you don't have a right to destroy someone's life. The punishment must fit the crime, and you know what? There was no crime here. This is not assault. And if you think it is, you're unbelievable. Never in all my life did I realize that our nation would turn so pathetic, cowardly, panty-waist, beta male washouts as this. So go stand up. Go speak out about this.